Everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon TV. I am here with Ruth Roche. We are at the coolest training in New York City. It is called the Legacy Training. 3 masters, and you're going to meet them all here right now, are training 60 top hairdressers. Ruth, of course, is one. And I wanted to start with Ruth because, number one, she's so fabulous. And number two, look at her space. You're going to see these other spaces, but Ruth is like such a neat and clean person. And Ruth, I just want you to talk about what exactly you're doing here, because each of you is training something specific. So tell us all about that.
Okay, first of all, just a quick thing. I'm not a neat and clean person. Somebody straightened it up for me. But what the training is really about keeping the legacy of hairdressing, all those skills of the hands and the hair and tips and tricks and things that our mentors and their mentors did, that's getting lost. It's getting lost in our industry as the newer generations keep coming up. So we wanted to start, spreading the word, spreading the tales by the campfire hair techniques, so that we can keep it alive and keep it.
So it's like a lost language. You're keeping
Absolutely.
it alive. So I asked you to bring out one of the favorite ones that you worked with today, and tell me why you picked this one.
I picked this one because it was actually a picture that I won NAHA with for Avant-Garde in 2001, and it is a recreation of it. It's avant-garde. A lot of times we think of big things, and this was an avant-garde piece because of the different colors going through, because of how smooth it is, how sleek it is, and close to the head. And it's very, very simple, but very unusual at the same time.
Yeah, not easy.
Yeah.
And it's a ponytail.
Yeah, I know. Right on trend.
Yes, another ponytail.
Yeah.
Well, that's so great, and I know I've been hearing everybody buzzing out there, and they're just saying this is incredible, and obviously to learn from somebody like you, it's just so great. All right, so now we're going to move on to our next master, who's clearly not prepared for us, so come this way. Now we are over here at Nicholas French, and first of all, Nicholas French, you got to check out his space. After seeing Ruth's neat and clean space, look at over here. Nicholas French has really got it going on. What is the magic about setting up your table?
Well, it's sort of like disorganized chaos, really. But no, I just a passionate hairdresser, and I love to work, and I just sort of have so many tools. I've got hammers there, paintbrushes. And
well, every hairdresser needs a hammer.
Everything, yeah, it helps me get the pins in the hair.
Well, and also if the guy next to you is giving you a hard time,
exactly.
or those nasty clients. So I said to Nicholas, go grab one of your favorite looks that you've presented, and look, you walk out with this. Tell us all about it.
This is work in progress, actually. We're going to present this afternoon. And what this is very sort of cheap hair, but I use electric clippers to actually clipper into the hair so the shape explodes. And you get this wonderful sort of furry sort of texture.
And pick it up, because when it drapes, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. And you can actually see how it really opens up the hair here. And then I can actually drape it around and do different things with it on the head. Okay? So it's very sort of creative. And I mixed the black and white color up. Because actually I'm doing some shows in January, and it's going to have a black and white theme to it.
Oh, that's exciting. I always love your themes. So black and white is the new black?
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely right.
I'm smelling another Naha here. This is pretty gorgeous. Oh, look at the front. Oh, turn it around.
Yeah, so it's really nice. So this is going to be done live this afternoon, okay? This is what I prepared before that I'm going to place around the head. Get some really interesting shapes being created. Very sort of avant-garde. Because a lot of people don't know how it's done. So what we've been doing the last couple of days is really showing people very unplugged, just how we do hair and all the ideas that we have. And now they've got the ideas, they can go away and play with it.
Well, they are. They're out there on the floor. It's crazy the things that are going on out there. And again, bravo that you're bringing this and paying it forward and paying it backwards. And now we're going to move on. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master Nicholas French. All right, and now here, when I saw this space before he came in, Chris Baran. I just don't know what to say about your space. Fill us in.
Well, I know where everything is. That's where it is. It's sort of like a closet or anything else. If you know where everything is, just don't touch my stuff, because I know where it is. I mean, it's funny because everybody looks at me in life and they think, oh, he must be so organized, but this is what my back room looks like.
Honest to God, when I saw this, I said, whose space? Is that?
Who did you think it was? Who did you think?
I thought this was Nicholas's.
No, Nicholas's, yeah, but see, no, it's...
Because I've seen Nicholas work, and
yeah.
but I've seen you work. I didn't realize that you were you were this creative, and well, I know you're creative and artistic, but I didn't know it extended to your table.
So messed up on my table, right?
Hey, what you got there? Tell us what you're teaching the masters.
Is this, one of the pieces I've been working on, I am getting older, I wear my pants over my stomach, I have yarn on my luggage, so the only thing next is knitting. So we're knitting hair, and that's where kind of this piece comes from right here.
So this is the piece you want
This is the piece that we're going to be showing in here, and we've got them. So, my mother used to make all these crocheted blankets, so we just thought, like, can we just crochet that with hair? So we've made them out of hair, and it's just like we've made a blanket out of the hair, and then we pin them on in any way, shape, or form that you want.
Well, it's so cool. This is a real who's who. When I heard you guys were leading this, I'm like, that's cool. I expected that. But as the doors opened and everybody came pouring out, I'm like, oh my God, it was just like one incredible hairdresser after another.
Absolutely.
This is where you got to be. So it's 2.5 days of training. We're toward the end.
Yeah, we're towards the end. But the reality is, it's like when you think about it. You got like Nick and myself. So some of the things that we're going to be doing, we're really. What would happen when we went away? Some of the things that we learned from our masters, so we went through the whole legacy tree of where we learned all our stuff from. But it's like, what happens when we go away? Do we leave some of this behind? So it's how do you pass this on when you throw that pebble in the water and that ripple effect of what goes out through all the other people in the world? How do you have to make it so they don't have to go through the pain of what we had to do in figuring it out?
It's been pain?
Believe me, but I tell you, watching about 1,000 episodes of The Dog Whisperer, trying to figure out how to bloody well knit hair, I'll tell you, that's one thing. And we didn't want to have people to go through that. So it's about passing it on so they don't have to. Let them jump
it's a great event, and I don't want to close before I say, this is like the coolest beer, a squared off beer. I've never seen.
Yeah, that's right. No, I just rest my head on the burner. No,
well, it looks great.
Thank
and again,
you.
Thanks for doing this for everybody, and thanks for sharing this with Modern.
It's about the way you give back.
Okay, see ya.
Thank
All right,
you. Always
bye.
a pleasure.